Hi, it's Thanksgiving morning. I was gonna do this last night. I wanted to do it real late while I was pretty buzzed, but I just fell asleep. I even just noticed that I opened this up and I only drank a little bit of it, so. Last night I went to my buddy Garth, and he was watching The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, and I told him, I was like, man, Garth, you have a bizarre fascination with The Thing, because I think we've seen it 3 or 4 times since we started hanging out. I try to get him to watch all these other movies. Sometimes he's pretty good about watching like weird movies I bring over, because he had no problem with LA Age Jabber, that it was shot on video or anything. He just watched it. So that was pretty cool. There's some movies he didn't like. He didn't like Don't Deliver Us from Evil, which I think is a good movie, but he just didn't care for it. But yeah, we were watching so man, I mean, John Carpenter's Thing is awesome. And we watched it on Movie 7, and it looked good. He said it was in HD. I think it could have looked a little clearer, but the colors are really good. But I was okay, I like The Thing. I'll watch it. And as we were watching it, I've seen it a bunch of times, and then I don't remember how T.K. Carter dies. Knowles? I do remember, like, it's at the end when they're like planting the dynamite. It does happen there, but then there's another character. I don't remember his name. He's the guy that tells McCready, like, any part of this organism can infect you, so it's better if we all prepare our own meals, eat out of cans. I was like, what happened to him? So yeah, I guess I need to watch The Thing again. I'll just ask Garth to put it on. So I just want to say Thanksgiving to everyone. I didn't write down a list or nothing, but to all my friends, I can't name everyone. To OG Knight Rider, Garth, my friend Kyle, my friend Tristan, who's really sick right now, my friend Charlton, Bhutan, Scott Edwards, everyone. No one's gonna. I don't think anyone from my work is gonna see this, but everyone at my work. All the people that always like my stuff on Instagram, or watching on YouTube, or Going to Eat Hunger, Film Trauma, Video Massacre, Mike Patterson, just everybody. Thanks. So, like I said, I wasn't gonna really do anything special for Thanksgiving, but then, I'm listening to Machetazo, Carne de Cementerio. Last night when I was pretty buzzed, I was like, man, I want that. Machetazo has a EP that I used to have, and it just disappeared. So I want that EP back. I couldn't find it, but I found a live album they did for like $12.50, and I was like, okay, I'll get this. But I was looking at their metal archives, and they have a lot of stuff, a lot of tapes that they did. And Machetazo isn't around anymore, but they're so good, man. So what I'm going to talk about is BLOODFREAK, that I've had for a while. I got it in this set, Something Weird Video Freak Show box set, with Frankenstein's Castle Freak, She Freak, BLOODFREAK, and basket case. I don't have basket case anymore because I lent it to someone and I never got it back. But they lent me a bunch of stuff, which I was I tried to get in contact, and he said yeah, but then like almost a year passed by and I just sold this stuff. So BLOODFREAK, let's see what this says. Only the blood of drug addicts can satisfy its thirst. So this is the world's only turkey monster anti-drug pro-Jesus gore film. For those who think they've seen everything comes BLOODFREAK, a rampaging turkey monster on a marijuana high. Finding himself sandwiched between Bible-thumping good girl Angel and her bad girl sister Anne, a muscle-bound biker named Herschel, Steve Hawks, star of 2 obscure Tarzan films, falls under Anne's seductive spell when she offers him some weed. Quickly becoming a writhing, spastic addict, I have a feeling I'm hooked. The big galoot then gets a job at a turkey farm where he's fed meat treated with an experimental drug, and like any junkie who eats tainted turkey meat, turns into a man with a giant turkey head. Yes, a man with a giant turkey head, who also gobbles like a big dumb bird. Still hungry for a fix, the turkey man proceeds to attack fellow drug addicts whose blood he drinks with his pointy little turkey beak. In one magical moment, he even buzzsaws the leg off a pusher who holds his stump in house for what seems like days, all of which is punctuated by philosophical pondering by co-director Brant Grittner. Flesh feast. Before 2 potheads with a machete decide to go on their version of a turkey shoot. Wow, a monster movie quite like any other. BLOODFREAK is a jaw-dropping, almost legendary milestone in crackpot filmmaking and the ultimate cinematic turkey. Gobble gobble. So this DVD, it's really good. It says it has over 2 hours of special features. It has there's a bunch of trailers, and it has so this guy Brad Grittner, he talks at the beginning of the movie and in the middle and at the end, and this dude is constantly smoking a cigarette, and he'll even cough. He'll have a coughing fit, and they just leave it in. If you can hear the screaming, I have BLOODFREAK on right now. And yeah, he's weird. He kind of reminds me actually like Stan Lee's brother. If Stan Lee has a brother, it would be this guy, Brad Grittner. So yeah, this guy, Herschel, who's someone, you gotta read the reviews on IMDb of this. They're almost more entertaining than the movie. Someone described Herschel, Steve Hawks, as Lou Ferrigno meets Elvis. It's a little exaggerated, but not by much. I was like, yeah, I can't really describe him. I was gonna say Danzig too, but this Lou Ferrigno meets Elvis is a very apt description of him. The movie's, there's a disconnect feeling from it while you're watching it, because the audio is really bad. The film looks okay, but it's real muffled and echoey. But still, I would put BLOODFREAK with Manos Hands of Fate, Galaxy Invader, and the movie I think I'm going to review next, Blood Shack. If you've seen anyway, I'll do a review of Blood Shack and talk about it there. But I've seen this a few times. I'm glad I have it. But now, like, the more I watch it, I'm going to see, because actually I like Manos and Galaxy Invader better than this, but just the way people talk about it, the idea, yeah, that guy Brad Grittner, there is like a Christian slant to this, like a pro-Christian thing. The way they portray smoking weed is just hilarious, and just who thinks that they make weed seem like heroin in this. And actually right now this guy's shooting up this girl, and that's another thing. Like Herschel, he's driving this motorcycle, he meets this girl Angel, she takes him to a party, and it's all old people. I mean, I'm 47 now, and these people look like 10 years older than I am, and they're all like sniffing. It looks like they're taking whippets and smoking weed and partying, and those, I guess, old people. It seemed like it should be kids doing that. So Angel introduces Herschel to her sister Anne, and she immediately tries to get him to smoke weed, and they make fun of him, which is mean, you know, he doesn't want to smoke weed. So they start hanging out, and eventually she says, like, she calls him a wimp or a coward for not smoking weed, so he does it. and he immediately gets hooked. So he becomes like, he's like a junkie, and he gets a job at a turkey farm. And yeah, just like it says, like they they ask him to eat a turkey that's infected with some chemicals, and it turns him into a turkey-headed monster, which is a paper mache. Like you can see that. I mean, it's so bad. Yeah, it's so bad. It's good. I do wish, in a way, like they could remake this and have a really cool, like nasty turkey head. That that'd be cool. Yeah, this should be remade. Just I don't think it would be better, but just to see another version of this. So he starts killing people. He hangs them up and like cuts their throats, and a lot of blood does gush out. And he just cups it and then like puts his beak to it. And then yeah, he saws this dude's leg off. Yeah, and that dude, the screams are so. Maybe we'll get to it if I keep talking. And well, yeah, the scientists who give him the turkey meat, some of the worst mumbling acting I've seen in a while. They're really good. Herschel himself, he's like a big galoot, like a big dolt, but I just kind of feel sorry for him. And then it ends. Like usually, I mean, this is like the word. A lot of people say this is really bad in movies, but it's like it was all a dream at the end. But it doesn't really matter because this movie's just such a mess and just so outlandish that it doesn't detract from it, like any enjoyment you might get out of it. See, that's just another guy getting killed. That's not the guy who gets his leg sawed off. So I looked up. You can still get it for like under $20 from Amazon, maybe eBay. I knew this had went up in price. So if you like I always say, like if you like Manos Hands of Fate, if you like Evil Dead and it just goes lower and you haven't seen this is worth the price. I wouldn't pay more than $30 just because that's just not right. Like no movie's worth that. I don't know if there's a bootleg. Maybe somebody could be. Hell, I can record on a VHS for you if you want that bad. But yeah, this is a must see. It's so crazy. I'll give this one 5 out of 5. Manos Hands of Fate. Just because you got to see it at some point, somewhere. I don't know if it's on YouTube, Tubi. I'm sure. I don't know. Some movies like this are kind of like hard to see. Finally, there's also a band called BLOODFREAK. I used to have their CDs. It's actually just one guy, and it's cool that he loved this movie so much. He did a band after it. But I remember I just gave him. I think I might still have one of his CDs, but now I want him back again because I'm getting back into BLOODFREAK. I should listen. I should watch the movie and listen to the band, but it's stupid. So yeah, I got a little buzz from that. I don't have to keep drinking. But yeah, BLOODFREAK. That's my Thanksgiving Day review. I don't know. I think this is really expensive. It's in a box. Yeah, I'll do She-Freak. But BLOODFREAK, yeah, and it does have like a real turkey killing in it. Which, I mean, that's so. And the special features, it has a short by Brad Grintner. He does a little a nudist colony short film, and there's. I wasn't looking out. I'm working on the new issue of Not a Bloody Tapes actually, and he's smoking through this whole thing too. And I was like, dude, this dude must have died of lung cancer. I'll look him up. But there's some this is like from the 70s, and had some 70s tits. Like one girl, she had huge you know they were natural boobs. This other girl had not nice sacks. She's pretty cute. So yeah, yeah. If you could see it somewhere. But get the DVD. Get this DVD. Something weird is put out some really good movies. So Blood Freak, yeah, I say it's a must watch. So check it out.